Hey guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. It's 5 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I hope you guys don't mind when usually in the morning, I'll talk about a couple different things. Then like I said, usually, I've said this before, usually the second video of the day is where I'll kind of pick a subject and hone in on it, seeing what you guys are interested in talking about. Two things I want to talk about today. Justin Hart on Twitter. I don't know who this guy is, but I'll get to that in a second. And Tucker Carlson on Fox News. These are the two guys I want to talk about today. Justin Hart, I'm not sure who he is really. I'm trying to get more acquainted, myself more, try to figure out how Twitter works to help this channel. So I'm going through it. I found this Gorka, whoever he is. I left some choice tweets for him. And it's Justin Hart. And there was a video on this guy's Twitter page. It's from Buffalo, New York. It's a restaurant, food store kind of deal. You can see tables in the background. And there's a health inspector with the local sheriff, and they're wearing masks. And the owners and some kid, I don't know, there must be the owners or whatever, about 3-4 people are yelling at them. Now, these Trump supporters, the right wing, the conservatives are all yelling, yeah, you know, freedom. They're throwing the health inspectors out. The health inspectors got a report that, this is again, Buffalo, New York, Justin Hart on Twitter. And they got a report that, you know, they're not wearing masks. So they came to check it out because this is a health code violation, right? You know, the hospitals are being overrun. You know, we're in a crisis mode here. And like I said, a health code violation. So the inspector shows up, this nice lady, and a sheriff. And they're just being screamed at to get out of the store, go get a warrant. And the health inspector is trying to explain to them that this, you know, it's a health code violation. It's like having somebody pee on one of your tables. It's like serving dirty food. You know, at least that's the way I understand it. I think that's the way most logical people understand it. You're not conforming to the health code violations of your particular district, your town, your district, your county, that have been put in place to keep people safe in your restaurant. This is something you agreed to when you opened that restaurant. You know, this isn't, and they're trying to spin it off as pursuit of happiness and freedom and yeah. You know, enough of this. Like I said in yesterday's video, it's America. Everybody's for, you know, for freedom and pursuit of happiness and all that. But they were talking about health code violations here. Like I said, you know, I don't understand these guys think it's a political thing. They feel like the Democrats or the libs are coming to tell them what to do to take away their freedoms and to not wear a mask. This is so ridiculous to me. A mask. How hard is that? What is the problem? I don't get it. I swear to God, guys. I said I wasn't going to lecture on this. But you see it more and more. All right. Next, I want to talk about Tucker Carlson, because Tucker Carlson came out yesterday, Monday, I believe it was, Sunday night or Monday, saying that this election, you know, so Trump is... You know, we knew he's doing what we figured he'd do. He's not saying he lost, but because God forbid, he can't lose or be wrong or do anything that us regular mortals do, you know, because he wins all the time and he's not mortal like the rest of us. He's some godlike figure, apparently, to some Trump supporters. And so he's agreed to the transition of power, right? So Tucker Carlson comes out, though, and he's still crying. He's still... The fact that these are the people that call people like me snowflakes... Wow. Really? So Tucker Carlson is whining like a little bee on his show. about how this election was unfair. This is what he said. It's unfair. Now, if any of you have been watching my channel for any amount of time, this is something I despise. You will never hear me say anything is unfair. I lost my father from brain cancer at 9. I got addicted to heroin. Nothing in life is fair. There's no handbook you were handed when you were born that said, these are the rules, this is what's fair, this isn't fair. Nothing is fair. It's not fair. Oh, I despise that. I despise anybody saying something's not fair. It's as if there's rules to any of this. It's life. You know, complaining about something not being fair is just the best thing to, like, as far when something occurs in my life that's catastrophic. You figure, you prioritize what's planned, you know, first plan to step 1, step 2, step 3. Once you get out of the situation, you learn from it. You look back and you learn from it. That's what I say. This unfair stuff, man, just hinders all that. All right, so Tucker's saying that, and here's why it's unfair. Because the media was unjustly portraying Donald Trump. They were on the side of Biden. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way at all. Like I told my Trump supporting family the other day that only watch Fox News, I said, you're only getting one side of the story. When you exclusively watch that, if you watch anything else, and I don't mean just from this country, I mean worldwide, the BBC, the Arabic station, I can't remember, Al Jazeera, the Asian stations, from anywhere in the world, it's called reality. Tucker Carlson prefers to call it, you know, liberal media or the fake media. It's reality. You know, they're just reporting on a president who does bizarre things. You know, they're just reporting the truth. I don't see it that way. So anyway, and then Tucker Carlson goes on to say that electric voting machines are bad. Technology bad, scary. He says we should go back to the way we voted for hundreds of years. Taking a piece of charcoal and putting a big scrape on a rock. I don't know. No, I think he means, I guess he means paper and pencil. And these are the guys that are having Georgia recount over. And what are we on, the third recount the Trump team is asking for? You know, and they want millions and millions of votes all to be counted. 1, 2, 3. It's ridiculous. And then so Tucker Carlson blames it on basically whatever he can. You know, everything was against him. The media, the world, the libs. Oh, here's another one. That the media jumped all over them. We politicized the COVID the virus to go against Donald Trump, and that every time, you know, that there was these BLM marches, that we didn't say anything. If you look, I did look, a lot of these BLM protests, I saw all people wearing masks. I even saw the supposed extreme protesters wearing masks. As opposed to, look at this thing in the Rose Garden there, the super spreader event. I mean, that was a planned event we're talking about. They planned ahead, and they just gave a big FU to the masks. That super spreader event where they nominated Amy Coney Barrett. Remember that? And, you know, of course you're going to catch flack from the media. And Tucker Carlson says it's not fair. It's not fair. They were picking on us. It's because you're acting like idiots. This isn't about freedom of speech. You know, it's about all the country doing. Look at the rest of the world and their numbers. And And then Trump telling us that we're doing better than everybody else and we're rounding the curve. They're lies. That's why he's being treated unfairly. It's called reality. You know, it's misinformation, and he's being taken to task for it, which he should. It's not working. It didn't work. And look at the mess we're in now. Don't give me that unfair crap. And you know, and then the stuff about electric voting, you know, as he's tweeting on his cell phone, he's putting down other technology just because somehow he thinks it works against him. It can't be counted on, right? He's on his cell phone tweeting, using this technology, depending on it, his life. But when it somehow works against his candidate, the electric voting machines, oh, then it's evil and terrible and it's untrustworthy and unfair. We got to go back to a pencil and paper, or a piece of charcoal and a piece of deer hide or something. I don't know what he wants to go back to. It reminds me of Trump and his clean coal. These people are terrified of... No, actually they're not. They're not. I was going to say they're terrified of moving forward, but it's really all about money, I think. These people are invested in... I'm not going to get off on a tangent. I'm sorry. But anyway, Tucker Carlson and Justin Hart, I believe his name was, two people I wanted to talk about today. All right, you guys have a good Tuesday. I'll be back later with another video.